Well, this Friday night, Martin Zellar is coming to town. He'll be playing at the Paradise Center for the Arts for an evening with Martin Zellar at 7:30. You can pick up tickets at paradisecenterforthearts.org. And right now on the line with me is Martin Zellar. How you doing this morning, Martin?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm excited to hear that you're coming to town. I have been waiting to see you perform live for many years, honestly. I back when I first started here at the radio station, my program director at that time, he came from North Dakota. Him and a bunch of other guys that came down here to work were out of North Dakota, and they loved you guys. They just loved the Gear Daddies. So I was very excited to hear that you're coming to town.
Yeah, North Dakota was very good to us.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I was wondering if you played a lot of gigs up there, if that's why they knew you really well.
In North Dakota, we played in Minnesota for a couple of years back early on.
Well, you know they don't have much going on up there.
Exactly.
So you got an eager audience right there in North Dakota.
Exactly.
So what have you been up to? I went online, kind of checked out some stuff about you. You bounce around. You've been in several different bands. You, of course, were with the Hard Ways. You're in a Neil Diamond tribute band as well. Are you still doing that?
Oh, that's on the back burner. I
Okay.
haven't done anything for a while on that, but you never know.
I just
resurrected at some point.
That actually surprised me, but I bet it was fun.
Well, yeah, it started out as a joke, and then it just kind of took off.
You guys
all
are
by surprise.
just sitting around. Hey, you know what we should do?
Yeah, we thought it started out. The band Soul Asylum were friends of ours. We're looking for an opening act for a New Year's Eve show, and we thought it'd be really funny if we put together a Neil Diamond show to open for him, thinking that people would just hate us. And no, they loved it.
They loved it. That's good. I like that. I like that. Well, what can fans expect to hear from you this Friday night?
A real mix. I mean, just a mix of everything I've written over the years, from Gear Daddies through my solo stuff.
Okay. Well, that'll be good. That's you've got quite a catalog to choose from. So, I mean, you're going to be able to put on a pretty darn good show. I know everybody's pretty excited. I talked with Kristen, the executive director down at the Paradise Center for the Arts, and she said the tickets are doing well. Actually, I asked her if I could score a couple more tickets to give away, and she's like, well, we could put some folding chairs up. So
good.
Apparently the tickets are doing well. So, but I should mention they are for sale at paradisecenterforthearts.org. You can go to the box office at 321 Central Avenue in downtown Faribault, or call them at 332-7372. That's 507-332-7372. They're open noon to 5 today, noon to 8 tomorrow, and noon to 5 and 1 hour before the show on Friday. So have you played here in town before, Martin?
Yeah, I have. I've never played at that venue, but I've heard it's great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I always love playing theaters and more intimate venues.
One of the things I always mention is there isn't a bad seat in the house there, because it's a very intimate setting, and you can hear and see everything from wherever you've sat. I've sat all over in that place, and I've never had a bad seat. So
oh, man, I better spend a little extra time on hair and makeup.
Better get all dolled up. That was the other thing too. I was looking at some pictures of you on there, and I looked to see when you were born. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's like a year younger than me, but he looks about 10 years younger than me. Holy cow!
I don't know. That's airbrushing. It's called Photoshop, I think.
Yeah, got somebody working on the pictures for you. You and your band have influenced other artists over the years. What are some of the bands and artists that have influenced you in your songwriting?
Oh boy, it really, really varies. I had a wide array of influences. I think having to do with growing up in Austin,
Mm-hmm.
where there were two radio stations. One was classic country, and one was like pop.
Yeah,
and
extremes.
Those two radio stations were on wherever you went, one or the other, and I think both of them sort of drifted into my head and stayed there. So
that's cool.
I'm trying to think. One person described us as the bastard son of Hank Williams and Styx. And
that's good.
I think that's like sort of reflects that.
I'm going to use that tomorrow when I'm giving away tickets. I'll say, this is the guy that was the frontman for the band that was the bastard son of Hank Williams and Styx.
It should pique people's curiosity.
So what's some of the best shows you've ever done, like some of your favorite or ones that are very memorable to you?
Oh, man. I don't know, there are certain cities that whenever you go there always seem to be, in New York, like every time we play in New York, it sticks out because you kind of step up. First Avenue in Minneapolis, we've played at First Avenue dozens of times, and that's pretty much every show at First Avenue.
Yeah, I remember the first
special.
I remember the first time I went to First Avenue. I walked in and I'm like, I'd heard all these stories of the place. I walked in, I'm like, wow, this place could use some work.
Yeah, well, you would be surprised. I mean, we've played a lot of the iconic clubs, CBGB's and Whiskey A Go Go, around the country, and almost all of them will disappoint you when you go in there. You're like, what? But they're still magical. But they're old school rock and roll clubs, and they're
once the
totally
lights
run down.
Once the lights go down and the band hits the stage, that's when the whole place comes alive.
Yeah, well, CBGB's is done now, and Whiskey A Go Go has been completely remodeled, so it's not quite what it was when we first started playing there. But still cool clubs.
That's cool. Well, I better let you roll here. I've kept you longer than I expected to, but I appreciate you calling in today and talking with us about your upcoming show this Friday night, Evening with Martin Zellar, 7:30 showtime. Tickets are $20 for members, $25 for non-members, $15 for students. Find out more information at Power 96 Radio, or excuse me, at ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. That's ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. Sorry about that, Martin. I get so used to having to say our website over and over all the time. It just kind of sticks in my head. And you've got a website too. It's martinzellar.com, and people can go there and check out different things about you at martinzellar.com as well.
Yeah, or on the Facebook.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard about it,
that little thing that some people go on nowadays.
Yeah, my kids turned me on to it recently.
It's interesting, but it's very addictive. I always thought, I'm not going to do that. That's it. Now I'm on here like, oh, what did they have to say? What did they have to say? So
it's kind of nice to keep in touch.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Martin. Have yourself a good day, and I hope to see you Friday night. Yep. Martin Zellar coming to town this Friday night at the Paradise Center for the Arts.